I'm here with Tim Berends at Chick Publications, and he gets out 300 tracts a day over in Las Vegas on the bridges, and in so doing, he doesn't stop there. He also goes around the world with his friend Mike Cahill, the Pilot Mike, we like to call him, and I want to ask him about Halloween. So Tim, tell me, what is it about Halloween? Why should we get out tracts on Halloween? Why is that important?
There is no other day in the year when the little mission fields come to your door. That is so important. And and I don't find any problem with giving them a little food, those little sweet something to eat on. But then to give them one of the Chick Tracts, the Halloween Chick Tracts that where they're coming, and they love them. They just absolutely love them. But you want to have that when they come to your door. I don't know, with this pandemic, how many could be coming to your door, but just have something ready. I've heard of Christians that, shut off the lights. But don't do that. Be there with the tracts. The younger they are, many times, the easier they are to reach with the gospel. So remember that.
Also, the very fact is, the fact that we're moving toward Halloween means that we need to be praying for souls.
Absolutely.
And God is faithful. He can provide us souls. Yep. If we're praying for them and asking God to provide them, He will bring them. Yep. He will bring them. Yep. And He also wants us to go out to them too. Right. Even today at lunch, what happened at lunch? How did you walk? He doesn't just sit there when Debbie and I are having some lunch together. He doesn't stop there. He has a supply of tracts. Tell what happened today.
Well, one thing is I thank the waitress. Thank you so much for that wonderful meal. Make sure you thank the cooks. And how many people work in the kitchen? Well, we have about 12. Well, here's something for each one of them. There's 12 free movies on the back. I have fully free films on the back. And they're family friendly. And you'll enjoy reading that and watching those movies. But thank you so much. And if the waitress is good, if I had a good waitress, is your boss available? Could I speak to your boss? And the boss comes. I think that waitress that we had was just outstanding. Now, she's not my daughter. I'm not married to her. But I just wanted to put a plug in for her. Thank you so much. And then I give the boss a tract. And then as I'm walking out, I'll hand out tracts to the people on the door at the tables, and say family-friendly movies for you on the back, and a gift for your family. And if somebody looks depressed, a free movie on suicide. If you know of anybody who's suicidal, this is for them.
See, Tim makes custom tracts, and on those, and anybody can do that. On his custom tracts, he adds those fully free films on the back. So he adds that in addition to giving out the tract. The key, though, is that he continually gives it out. Yeah. He does not stop. He is right in the middle. And Jack used to do that. Sometimes we'd be sitting there over at Chick-fil-A, and Jack and I would be eating lunch, and he'd say, just a second. He'd go up and he'd walk over and he says, you really want to be sure, once you read this, and be sure you read that last page. It's very, very important. Yeah. It'll help you think about where you're going to spend eternity. And he'd hand it out. Even when he was 89, 90 years old, he kept on doing that.
That's great. If you're ever on a plane, I learned this from Mike Cahill, go up to the pilots and say, thank you so much for the safe flight. And here's some good reading for you. And because they're so used to people criticizing them. And I also give it to the flight attendants. And and to the people walking off the plane. I usually don't do it going in because I don't want them kicking me off the plane. But as people are going off, and have a great day. Thank you so much, for flying with me. And here's some good reading for you. And I learned this from Chick Publications. When you hand a tract to a teenager, you hold the tract up in front of them. You look both ways, and you say, "Don't let the cops catch you reading this." No teenager's going to turn you down.
So if a person says, "Yeah, but Halloween's of the devil. I don't want to participate in that," what would you say to that person?
Well, that's why you're giving them the tract. They're part of the devil right now. They're part of Satan's world right now, and that tract can set them free. Jesus told us to go into the world and preach the gospel to every creature. You're having the world come to you, come to your house. Don't shut off the light and watch TBN. Turn on the light and give them a candy bar and a gospel tract. But get involved in doing something. You know, it was when I was almost killed in a bomb factory explosion in Greenwich Village, March 6, 1970. A huge chunk of cement zipped by my head. And the Lord spoke to me, not audibly, but in here. He says, you either come back now or you don't come back at all. And when I got my life turned around, I got into radio. God opened the door for me to get into radio. But as far as ministry, I thought, my dad had 9 years of college and seminary. I can't do that, but I can hand out tracts. I can approach people. And that's what I'm doing. I've been doing it for a half a century now, and I don't regret it.
Thank you very much.